Hello, welcome to Module 7 of this course, palm oil farming. In this module, we are considering packaging, storage, and quality control. In previous module, we looked at the process, or we look at how oil palm is processed or how palm oil is processed. So after palm oil has been processed, the next stage is ensuring that it is properly packaged, stored, and maintained under suitable conditions. And that's what we are looking at in this module. This stage is essential because even high quality palm oil can deteriorate if it is poorly handled after production. So packaging and storage play a major role in preserving the quality, the color, taste, and even market value of palm oil. So poor storage conditions can lead to contamination. It can lead to rancidity and even reduce the shelf life of the oil. So by the end of this module, learners will understand how to maintain palm oil quality after processing and preparing for both local and international markets. So we'll be able to identify key quality control practices in palm oil production, understand basic requirements for exporting palm oil also. So that's all we're going to look at in this module. Now, let's talk about post-processing handling. Now, post-processing handling involves three major components: storage, packaging, and quality control. Now, each of these plays a critical role in preserving oil quality. Now, let's talk about storage. Proper storage of palm oil is a very important stage in the post-processing chain because it directly affects the quality, the safety, and even the shelf life of the products. If palm oil is stored incorrectly, it can easily become contaminated. That means it can spoil quickly and even lose its nutritional and commercial value. So in oil palm producing regions such as Nigeria, poor storage practices are the major cause of financial losses among oil palm farmers and processors. Okay, so what are the ideal storage conditions? Palm oil must be stored under carefully controlled conditions to maintain its quality over time. It should be kept in a cool environment, as excessive heat can speed up oxidation and cause the oil to deteriorate. So the storage area must be very dry, must be kept dry, because moisture encourages microbial growth and reduces oil stability. In addition, the surroundings should be clean enough and hygienic to prevent contamination from dust, dirt, and even other impurities. So proper storage spaces should be well ventilated to allow air to circulate and should be protected from direct sunlight, because direct sunlight can cause the oil to degrade and lose quality. Now let's talk about storage containers. The type of container used for storing palm oil is also very important. It plays an important role in preserving its quality. Common storage containers can include food-grade metal drums, which are strong, durable, and suitable for large quantities of oil. Now, approved plastic containers are also used, especially for small-scale storage. When you want to store a small scale, you can use approved plastic containers, provided they meet safety standards. In industrial settings, for instance, stainless steel tanks are preferred because they are more hygienic, non-reactive, and highly durable. So the choice of storage container can depend on your scale of production, whether you want to do small scale or large scale, and even the duration of storage should also be put into cognizance. Now, several important principles must be followed to ensure proper storage of palm oil. The containers must be always airtight to prevent exposure to air, which can lead to oxidation. Oxidation is when oxygen reacts with the oil, and that can lead to spoilage of the oil. So the storage area should be completely free from pests and rodents, as they can contaminate the oil or damage containers. So before storage, the oil must be properly filtered to remove impurities such as sludge, fiber, and even water. In addition, all containers should be clearly labeled with information such as date of production and batch details to ensure proper tracking and management. Now, storage duration is also important because the shelf life of palm oil depends largely on how well it is stored. When stored under proper conditions, crude palm oil can last for several months without significant quality loss. However, poor storage conditions, when we talk about poor storage conditions, I'm talking about exposure to heat, moisture, or even contamination. This can drastically reduce its shelf life. This can lead to rancidity, unpleasant odor, and even loss of market value. Okay, so you must avoid making such mistakes. So several mistakes are commonly made during palm oil storage, and this negatively affect the quality. One major mistake is exposing oil directly to sunlight. This accelerates deterioration. Another common error is using unclean or contaminated containers. This introduces impurities into the oil. And another mistake is storing oil in humid environments. This encourages spoilage and reduces the shelf life. So proper storage standards are essential for maintaining the quality, safety, and even profitability of palm oil. So you have to avoid these common mistakes. Okay, so let's talk about packaging. Packaging is also important in palm oil processing. It involves preparing the finished product for sale. When we talk about packaging, that means you are talking about selling or distribution or even export. So this serves as the final protection step before the product reaches consumers or industries. So proper packaging not only preserves the quality of palm oil, but it also improves its appearance, its market value, and even the ease of handling. So if you are going into commercial production systems, such as the one we do in Nigeria, effective packaging plays a major role in ensuring competitiveness in both local and international markets. So packaging is very important. So why is it even important? Packaging is important because it will help maintain the quality and safety of palm oil after processing. When palm oil is properly packaged, it is protected from contamination by dust, moisture, and other foreign material that can reduce the quality of the oil. So packaging also enhances the market value of the product by making it more attractive and professionally presentable to buyers. In addition, packaging also facilitates easy transportation by preventing spillage and leakage during movement. So good packaging is important. It can even support branding and marketing by allowing producers to present their products in a very standardized and recognizable forms. So let's talk about types of packaging. Okay, we have packaging can be done in bulk, it can be done for retail purpose, it can be done for export purpose. So we have different types of packaging. One, we have bulk packaging, we have retail packaging, and we have export packaging. What is bulk packaging? Bulk packaging is used mainly for large scale sales and industrial supply. In this method, palm oil is stored in large containers such as drums or tanks. It is commonly used in commercial transactions where large quantities are supplied to factories or even wholesalers. So, but what is retail packaging? This involves smaller containers. This is when you use smaller containers designed for household and local market use. Okay, palm oil is packaged in bottles, cans, or even sachets that are easy for consumers to purchase and use. This type of packaging is common in local markets where customers buy in small quantities for daily cooking needs. This improves accessibility and even convenience for end users. But for export packaging, this uses high quality sealed containers that meet international standard. You can see. So these packages are carefully labeled with product details such as origin, production date, and even specification, including the shelf life. So export packaging ensures that the product remains stable during long distance transportation and meets regulatory requirements of foreign markets. So Let's talk about packaging materials. Common packaging materials, material that we can use to package oil include food grade plastic bottles, metal tins, glass containers, and even industrial drums. But labeling is important because proper labeling is essential and must include product name. So proper labeling must include product name, production date, expiry date, producer details, and even storage instructions to ensure traceability and to facilitate consumer trust. Okay, now let's talk about quality control. Quality control in palm oil production refers to the processes and measures taken to ensure that the oil produced meets required standards for consumption, storage, and trade. This involves monitoring and maintaining quality at every stage, from harvesting and processing to storage and packaging. Now, why is it important? Quality control plays a vital role in ensuring that palm oil is safe for human consumption and even free from harmful contaminants. So, quality control measures, includes maintaining hygiene during processing, controlling moisture content, filtering impurities, and regularly inspecting oil for color, smell, and texture. Now, when you want to go into export, these are things you need to consider. Exporting palm oil requires meeting strict international standards. The oil must be of high quality. It must be properly packaged and free from contaminants. So exporters must ensure that they comply with food safety regulations and even obtain certifications and prepare necessary documents such as permits and test report. Now, in this module, we have seen that packaging, storage, and quality control are essential steps in maintaining palm oil quality after processing. So by applying these practices, producers can ensure safe, high-quality products and access both local and international markets successfully. Thank you for listening.